Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. 5 seasons with the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau went 226 and 174, led the Knicks to the playoffs 4 times, including back-to-back 50-win seasons, including Eastern Conference Finals appearance for the first time in 25 years. They advanced to the East Finals. That wasn't enough. Even Rick Carlisle said today, when I first saw it, I thought it was one of those fake AI things. No way, there's no way. Symba, when you first heard the news, you read it, and you're like, man, they fired THIBS. What went through your mind?
I kind of expected it. I feel like THIBS, and no disrespect to THIBS because he's a legend, but I feel like his style of coaching is a bit outdated. I feel he kind of looks for things that the game doesn't call for anymore, and he doesn't really go deep into his bench. And by the time his players get to the fourth quarter, they gassed. And we kind of seen that in the playoffs. We seen Indiana kind of run them back and forth. He tried to get deep in the bench. In basketball, just like football, anything in sports, it's a game of rhythm. You know what I mean? So you can't just throw somebody in the playoffs when they ain't been playing all season in the third quarter and expect them to knock down shots. So I think Brunson could definitely benefit from a different coach. The Knicks could. And I seen what you guys were saying the other night. I don't see why THIBS kind of brought Cat in if they had this same issue back in Minnesota. I kind of don't get where that came from, but I think the call was a good call. It might be a bit confusing, but I think it was a good call.
In the wake of Ocho, let me read this. In the wake of THIBS fired, more reports have come out about the Knicks coaching staff. Multiple Knicks players have reportedly been unhappy with the presence of assistant coach Rick Brunson, who happens to be the dad of Jalen Brunson. Per Hoops Wire, multiple Knicks players have been unhappy with the presence of assistant coach Rick Brunson, who happens to be the father of star point guard Jalen Brunson. What that issue is exactly has not been determined, though sources suggest that Rick has too big of a say in things.
Well, is he probably going to be the interim coach, or maybe the coach that?
Nah, they're going to hire a new coach. He ain't going to be the interim. He ain't going to be nothing.
No, so you don't think
getting him out of there?
No, I don't think they will give him the job. I don't think if they would have, they'd have. No. I think Leon Rose in Worldwide West, who runs the Knicks for Dolan, they're looking. Is it going to be Budenholzer? Is it going to be Vogel?
Mike
Is it going to be, one of these guys? What's the guy that?
Mike
Malone. Mike Malone. Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, the funny thing about it is THIBS led the Knicks to one of their not greatest season, but he took them very far. It's been a very, very long time since they've been in a game of that magnitude or a series of that magnitude. And when you look at the records of the past coaches, I mean, he's done the best. Again, I agree with Sim based on what I've come, the little bit of basketball knowledge that I do have is he does running players into the ground. And they were tired. They were tired, especially when they got to the back end of the season, the back end of the series. Yeah, them boys ain't had no legs.
But let me ask you a question. Okay, it's like, oh man, they lost to the Pacers. Had they lost to Boston, would you still have fired him? Because I think the thing is, maybe beating the Celtics, who's the defending champs, maybe that set them on unrealistic expectations. Because now, man, we knocked off Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the team that won the championship just a year ago, won 60 games, and now we lose to the Pacers. But if you go back and look at the Pacers, they got 5-6 guys in double figures every game. That's what they do. They're a committee. So you don't know who gonna light your ass up. For 1 or 2 games, it might be Siakam. Another game, it might be Nesmith. Another game, it might be Halliburton. So it's hard for you to determine, well, who do we take away? Who do we take away? So I think that's what happened. I think once they beat the Celtics, everybody's like, man, Nick's going to the finals. Oh, we got the Pacers. The Pacers just beat y'all last year in Game 7 on y'all home court.
I was one of them people too, right there.
This was a worse matchup for the Knicks because the thing that the Pacers do, the Knicks don't do well, is get back on defense. If you look at the Pacers, they're looking to run, make or miss. They'll take it out. They'll take it off the rim or they'll take it out the net. You saw the last game, Ocho. The Knicks make a basket, and in one pass,
they
Pascal Siakam is Euro stepping, laying the ball up. So, and you look at it. So now you got Cat, and people complain. They were complaining about Cat playing defense. When have you known Cat as a defensive guy? So what you gave up, getting Mikal Bridges, all those draft picks, you weaken your bench.
Yeah.
And in the process of weakening your bench, now you got to ride guys, got to play guys, extended minutes in the regular season, and you overload them come playoff time. He expanded it, but if you remember the first couple of series, he was only playing 7 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got to the point he was playing 8, 9 guys. It's too late.
I agree. I think, and New York might tear me up for this, but I think Boston lost that series more than New York won it. And what I mean by that was we didn't see great coaching from Tibbs in the first 2 games. We seen Boston get comfortable and the Knicks make an incredible comeback. We didn't see great coaching and great tactics. And I think Boston kind of, just like what you just said, how the Knicks felt about the Pacers, felt that way about the Knicks. Like, oh, we got the Knicks, we got this, it's easy. And they kind of got comfortable, let their feet off the gas, and they suffered in the long run.
Well, what happened was they shooting all them damn threes. And you see what happens. Now, when you make them, that's great. But what happens when you miss them? And now they don't, because they've been so successful making those threes, come clutch time, they can't run no sets. They still jacking up a bunch of threes. And you see the Knicks operating every time. They're getting layups, they're getting whatever they want to get.
True.
Man, I mean, Tibbs like, well, damn, we probably should have lost to the Celtics, because I do believe, and I could be totally wrong, Sam, but I believe because they beat the Celtics, they had unrealistic expectations. They thought they were going to have a cakewalk to the NBA Finals.
I totally agree with that. Let me ask you guys this. Where do you see Tibbs going, and what do you think is the next head coach for the Knicks?
Well, you got some guys out there. You got Mike Malone. You got Budenholzer. You got Frank Vogel. Hell, give Sam Cassell a chance.
Hold on. What about
Bring Mark
Jackson?
back?
Hey, he played in the Garden. He's from New York.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who. I'm trying to think who's a hot candidate.
Shit, Stephen A. Smith.
Man, Stephen A. ain't tried to coach no basketball. I'm like, look, I mean, Sam, Mark Jackson. You don't even hear Mark Jackson name even mentioned for coaching.
Yeah. It feels like they completely pushed Mark Jackson out. I think Mike Malone would be great for New York. I think his style of coaching would be great for the city. It'd be great for Brunson, but I also think they got to bring somebody else in there that can knock down some shots so Brunson ain't controlling the ball so much, because I feel like it slows the offense down when he's doing that in the fourth quarter. And sometimes when Anunoby is getting going, or Cat might be getting going, or Bridges might get going, now Brunson kind of comes in and he takes the next 4 shots and it kind of gets everybody out of rhythm. So I definitely think they got to bring in another ball handler or scorer or something to help complete it.
Right.
What about the names mentioned? Ime Udoka, Jason Kidd. Both of those guys have current jobs. Jay Wright, former coach of Villanova.
Mike
Luke
Brown.
Walton. Mike Brown. Luke Walton. Where's Luke Walton at now? I just saw him on somebody. Is he with the Cavs? I saw him somewhere.
New York could tear Luke Walton up, huh?
Yeah, that's why I saw JB Bickerstaff. But you got Budenholzer, who lost the job, got a job, got fired. You have Vogel, who had a job, got fired. Mike Brown got fired after he had just signed a contract extension. Budenholzer had another 4 years left on his contract. Vogel had another 4 years left on his contract. You know what I mean?
Feels like the last 10 years of coaches of the year got fired.
Yep.
Yeah. It got to be the right coach, too, to deal with that New York atmosphere. Everybody ain't built for that.